Hello, church. Good afternoon, good evening to you, good morning, whatever time it is. It's Josh Turner out here in Washington. I got the big boy with me. It's a nice day. It's a little cold, but here's the big guy. What a good doggy. You want to come here? Come here. Oh, that's a good dog. Hello. Hello. All right. So today I thought I would talk about the idea of heroes and villains. So I'll try to make this one kind of a shorter one, but I was going back and forth with a friend of mine, a brother of ours in Christ, and he was going to have to do a speech where a bunch of people were going to ask him questions, things like this about God, Jesus, our King. He wasn't afraid to give the speech. Like, he didn't have fear about the actual speaking part. What he was a little nervous about was he was going to be representing Jesus, and not everybody who was there considered him a hero. Now, some people considered him a hero, but some people were just there because they considered him a villain, and they were going to try to ask him some questions that would trip him up, make him look stupid, make him represent our King in the wrong way. Now, here's one thing I know about myself. I'm sure that I've been a hero to somebody, right? Probably just a bunch of dogs, but I'm sure I've been a hero to some human. I know for sure that I have been a villain to humans. Whether I tried to be the villain at that moment or not doesn't matter. Because when all this comes down to it, it doesn't matter if you tried to be the hero or if you tried to be the villain. What matters is who's telling your story. So let me give you an example. If you're not into comic books, well, you can tone out right now or tune out. So if Batman is telling the story, the Joker is the villain. If the Joker is telling the story, Batman is the villain. If Commissioner Gordon is telling the story, Batman and the Joker are both villains. So, here's a question for all of us. Whether or not you think you are a villain or you think you are a hero, do you have the understanding that in somebody's story, you are a villain? And in somebody's story, you are the hero. You may not know those people. You may not even understand why they call you a villain, or what it was that you did that made it seem like you are a villain. Just like you might not know why someone would consider you a hero. You might not even know what words you said to them that helped them or what deeds you did. But it doesn't matter, because you're not telling the story. When they tell your story, they will put you in what light you want to be in, or what light they think you're in, right? So even though you may have thought, well, I treated that person great, did something heroic, you never know what they think. So the reason I say this is because I think a lot of times we worry about who we are in the story. Are we the hero to some while we're the villain to others? Are the actions that we're taking or not taking, are those justified? Is that a good thing, a bad thing? Well, people in the world may call you a hero. People in the world may call you a villain. Our Father called you his child. Not villain, not hero, child. A child. A child of God. That's what our Father has called us, children of God, as we have been adopted So, as you go out, just remember, it's not the world who will tell your story in the end. It's your Father who will tell your story. It's Jesus who will tell your story. So as you go, try not to think to yourself, am I going to be the hero in this situation? Or how can I make myself out to be the hero in this situation? Because if you try to be the hero, one thing that can happen is you can fail and turn yourself into the villain. And if you try to be a villain, one thing that can happen is you can succeed and just be a villain. If instead, as you walk, you try only to be a child of God. What does that mean? Well, I think it means a couple things. But the biggest things it means is love your Father. Have no other father besides him. Love the rest of his kids. You're done. Hero or villain, child of God. I'll take that over a hero, and I'll definitely take it over a villain. All right, church. Don't worry about being the hero. Don't worry about being the villain. Worry about being a child of your Father and what that looks like. I love you all. Go in peace.